Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Bree, and here on my channel I do wig reviews, product reviews, and girl talk. If this is something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So today is a girl talk day. I wanted to catch you guys up on my BBL journey. Some things have changed as far as my surgery center. Surgery is on June 7th. Today is May 4th. So I have a little over a month left until my surgery. I'm super excited, y'all. It's all I've been talking about. Anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the facility that I was originally going to get my BBL done at. The name of that facility was called Seduction Cosmetics Plastic Surgery Center. I'm not here to bash them or talk trash or whatever. I'm just here to tell you my experience with that facility. I want to talk about the pros and the cons of that specific facility. And then if you're watching this video because you're thinking about going to Seductions, this video might help you decide on if you want to go to that facility or not. I was scheduled with Seductions on June 7th. My doctor, doctors. So the doctor that I had an assistant, and they called themselves the Columbia team. These two doctors are originally from Columbia, and I chose these doctors because I felt like I felt like 2 hands were better than, I felt like 4 hands were better than 2. And also because they're from Columbia, and doctors in Columbia are snatching. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with them, and the price was decent. I am no longer with Seductions. The reason why I canceled with Seductions is because Dr. Laura is no longer at Seductions. And one of the things that really turned me off with Seductions is really not because the doctor left, because they have like 5 other doctors. They have Dr.Sampson, which is the BBL king of that facility. They have dr.abeer, dr.true, dr.amarante, and dr.burton. 5 other doctors there. I could have, just went with another doctor, but I'm gonna get more into detail about that. So Dr. Laura is no longer at Seductions Cosmetic. I actually found this information out in the Facebook group. So I am in a ton of plastic surgery Facebook groups. For each doctor, they have their own group in Facebook. So Dr. Laura had his own, or the Columbia team had their own Facebook group. Dr. Burton had his own. dr.abeer had her own. Everyone has their own group. Even doctors in other facilities, like everyone has their own group. And then there's one big group called Body Yum or something like that, Body Surgery. And I'm also on all of their Instagrams. Like, I've been doing research for years, y'all. So anyway, I found out that he left on Facebook, and I was like, okay, that's strange, because that's my doctor, and I didn't hear from my coordinator, but everyone in this group was like, oh, he's gone. And I'm like, what the hell? So I called my coordinator. My coordinator was Olga. Olga is a very sweet woman. In the beginning, she was on it. She was texting me back really fast, answering questions. But then like a few weeks later, it was hard to get in contact with her. And so I reached out to her about Dr. Laura leaving, and then it took her like 2 days to respond to my text. They don't answer phone calls, y'all. They do not. Unless you blow them up, they still probably won't answer, but you might get a call. You might get an answer. But so I finally spoke to her, and she was like, oh yeah, he's gone. I'm like, well, when were you gonna tell me? Like, I'm spending a whole bunch of money, like thousands of dollars on this surgery, and the least you could do is just let me know, like, hey, Dr. Laura's gone, like, what's next? So She told me he was gone, and I was like, okay, well, I heard, or in the groups, other girls were told that they could choose another doctor. So I was like, can I choose another doctor? And then she was like, yes. And then I told her I'm only gonna go to Sampson or Amarante. If it's not neither of them, I don't want to do my surgery anymore. So with Sampson, she said, oh no, that's a big no. So I was like, okay, well, how about Amarante? And then she said, okay, I'll check in the morning. I got to check his schedule. I said, okay. The next morning, I ended up DMing her again, like, what's up? Like, what's up? And she was like, oh, he can't do your surgery either. And I was like, well, who is available? And she was like, dr.true. Okay, so I have nothing against dr.true. dr.true, I don't like his work. I personally do not like his work. He does good tummy tucks. He does not do good BBL. So I was like, I'm not paying all this money for, a hit or miss. Like, he's sort of like that, like a hit or miss. I don't want a hit or miss. Like, I don't want to be the miss. I want to be the hit, So I was like, you know what? Give me my money back. Like, this is out of control. Like, you didn't even tell me at first. I had to find out from Facebook. And honestly, you guys, I didn't reach out for like a week or two because I figured, okay, maybe they're trying to get their shit together. Maybe they need to figure out, okay, who's going to do Dr. Laura's patients now that he's gone, trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. But when I started seeing other girls talking about they were able to switch, yada, yada, I'm like, okay, no, y'all didn't figure this stuff out. Like, y'all need to reach out or something. So I reached out, and yeah, so I already knew for weeks. So I already I was upset because nobody told me. Like, the coordinator that I had, she didn't tell me. But I understand the coordinators are really, really busy. So I get it, but at the same time, this is my money you playing with. Like, I need to know especially if a doctor is no longer there, I need to know as soon as possible. So I told her to cancel my refund, I told her to cancel my surgery and to process my refund. She told me to email some refund department. I did email them, but I didn't wait for them to respond. I called my bank and I was like, I want to dispute this charge for XX amount. And they were like, okay, so that's been disputed. I'll get my money back within 10 days. I have not heard from the refund department, and I reached out to them. Today is May 4th. I reached out to them last week. So it was a Thursday. Today is Tuesday. So it's been about 2 business days. But I didn't want to wait because I also heard on the Facebook groups that they take forever to give you your refund, and I don't have that kind of time. So I was really, really, really frustrated. I was like really, really upset. Like, okay, I didn't already booked my flight, my hotels. I got people coming out there with me. Like, I didn't took time off work. Like, I didn't spend money planning for this. All right, you guys, so really quick, I did receive a call back from my coordinator at Seductions today. Today is May 5th, and they reached out and basically said that I could choose any of the doctors, but I told them that I already booked with a new facility and that I already disputed the charge with my bank. So I told them never mind, and yeah, so they did reach out and try to rebook me with a different doctor. I promise in the next video I will reveal who my doctor is and the new facility, etc., etc. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the pros and the cons about Seduction Cosmetic. So the pros, I would say their prices are a lot more affordable. However, well, let's just stick with the pros. 2, they do have some good doctors. Dr. Sampson is a good doctor, a really good doctor. If you're looking for more, if you want a big booty, shelf booty, he's your guy. And he gives you hips and all of that, lats, all of that. Like, he's the BBL king. Next, I would say dr.amarante is really good as well. Dr.Abeer, she's good as well, but she gives lipo burns, and they do go away, but they just look so nasty. Her lipo is really aggressive, and they, you know, to the point where they burn people. I don't want to be burned. I don't want to be burned. And then next, I would say Dr.Burton. He's one of the newer doctors at that facility. Dr. Sampson is the one that trained him, so I heard, allegedly. And so his work is actually pretty good too. I probably would have been okay if he did it, but honestly, I didn't want to be like, okay, I'll settle. I'm not settling. Dr. Burton is cool, but no, not for me. His work is cool though, don't get me wrong, but not cool enough for him to be working on me, you know. So, and then there's dr.true. Dr.True, honestly, if you're looking for a really natural look, he's your guy. Like, if you want just a little bit of something, he's your guy. Lipo, I don't know. Like, he didn't have that much work, but his tummy tucks are really good. But I'm not here for a tummy tuck. I'm here for a BBL, okay? So, anyway, so those are the pros. Like, they have good doctors. They have like a spa in their facility now. And then I also like that they give you a welcome package, and it tells you pretty much what not to eat, when to stop taking certain medications, tells you what to buy beforehand, post-op instructions, pre-op instructions. Now let's get into the cons. Number one is lack of communication. Oh my goodness. The communication sucks. In the beginning, when you first, you know, try to book your BBL or whatever procedure you want, it's fine. They'll answer your calls. They'll text you back. The minute you put down your deposit, their deposit is $500. The minute you put that down, they'll answer sometimes. Like, they'll text you back, but it'll take hours, maybe even days for them to respond. But the closer you get to your surgery day and the more you pay, the less you talk to them. So I don't like that. But then again, you have to realize the surgery world, especially in Miami, all of the facilities are like that. All of them. Like, if you are not going to a private practice, all of the facilities are like that. Like, it's so hard to get in touch when you pay. Like, it's crazy. So unless, like, you got to have a lot of patience when you're going into this world, because you don't know, like, and then you have to do a lot of research. They're not going to tell you a lot of shit. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Lack of communication sucks, but in Miami, in the plastic surgery world, it's to be expected. So go in this with an open mind, and have a lot of patience, because they will test you. And another con was the price for the BBL was decent. However, that stuff starts adding up. The price that they were charging me was literally just for the surgery and anesthesia and then the operating room fees. That's it. That's it. No faja, no binder, no foams, ab boards, nothing. Not even your prescriptions. Nothing. They don't even give you socks. No compression socks, y'all. Like, they don't give you nothing, and that stuff adds up. The faja for the 2 fajas is $160, and then the foams is like, let me go ahead and read this to y'all. I don't want to give y'all the wrong information. For 2 fajas, it's $160. For the boards, it's $37. For the pads, it's $17. For the BBL pillow, it's $96. For a corset, it's $96. For the binder, it's $96. The surgical bra, which I don't need, surgical bras are only for breast procedures. But you also have to do a mandatory drug test, which was an additional $32. Then you got to get the mandatory Lovenox shots. It's basically shots that prevent you from getting blood clots before you get on the plane. And then for Cell Saver, it was an additional $5.50. Cell Saver is when all of the blood that you lose during surgery gets filtered, and then it gets put back into your body, and it also helps you with recovery. Then you have to get one mandatory massage for $100. Like, they are just so money hungry. It's ridiculous, y'all. It's ridiculous. Compared to my new facility, I'm paying about the same price and everything is included. I get one faja, I get socks, I get boards, pads, 3 massages included. Okay, 3 massages. So, like, yo. Another con is, so you pay your surgery, right? It has to be paid 30 days before your procedure. My new facility, you pay at pre-op, so you don't pay early. So in case some stuff happened and you're not able to have your surgery, you're fine, like, because you didn't pay, right? But with Seduction, it had to be paid before 30 days. And if your surgery get canceled, then you're pretty much screwed for like a month or two, because they're not going to give you your refund for a while. Dispute it with your bank and you will be fine. So another thing is, like, when you get there, like, so I told them, I said, okay, can I just pay for all of my, like, my garments, like my faja, my boards, my pillow, like all of that stuff ahead of time? Can you just add that to my portal and I pay that, so that when I get there, I don't want to have to worry about paying anything. I just want to get there, you know, go to my pre-op, and then get my surgery and be done, you know. And they were like, oh no, we can't do that. You have to pay there. I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. I'll just bring my card. Oh no, you can't bring your card. Everything is cash. Bruh. With my new facility, you can pay with card. You get there, you pay with card, and they give you everything with your purchase, you know, like, it's that's why I say everything happens for a reason, because like this new facility is like a lot more reasonable than the last facility. I'll say that. Yeah, like I said, this video is not to bash Seductions. I think their doctors are great. It's just the facility, they're just so unorganized. And even with my new facility, I honestly haven't even talked to my coordinator. I talked to the lady that booked me and took my deposit, and I have a portal, and they gave me a welcome packet, but it's not as good as Seduction Cosmetics. It's basically just like a long, like, email. It's not, I don't know, like, I like to print stuff out, you know, and I like for it to be organized. I'm a little bit of a neat freak compared to just having one email, and it's just like, I don't know, I don't like, they got some cool coordinators, but because, you know, of the demand of BBLs and plastic surgery in general, it's just, they have so much to do, so it takes a while for them to get back to you. So I understand, and that's why I said go into this world with an open mind, because you got to have a lot of patience and you got to expect, you know, a lot of things to happen, good and bad. Like, your surgery could get canceled for literally no reason with Seduction. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. It's already 25 minutes long. I know I'm gonna edit a lot of this stuff out, so I will make a new video about my new facility, and, you know, let you guys in on that information. All right, you guys, so that is it. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out by saying thank you so much for sticking with me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.